Hi, it's Yvette, the craft shop girl.
So now what I've done is I've organized all of my papers, my stickers, postcards, my ephemera, I guess you could call it, into two different categories because I'm going to do two signatures. So the way I did this is I pretty much equally divided up my postcards and tried to, as much as possible, divide them up because when I was shopping, I didn't count how many things I was buying. So I tried to make it any of the postcards that were related to one region. So this is like starts off as my Zion, and then this is Moab. So it's the two parks that we visited. We didn't stay as long in Zion, so it kind of trickles into Moab. So that's kind of how I did it. But I divided up my stickers and my postcards. So this is our Zion pile. And then I did the same with my photos. And then I just put how many photos I had in each stack for each day. This stack is a little bit of a miscellaneous stack. Our road trip pictures. And then we have the day we hiked and our off-road experience that we did. So that's how I organized that. I had some extra stickers that I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with. I might use these on my vehicle, but I put those aside. And then I did the same with all of my second signature of Moab. I counted all my photos, and then I tried to add pages and separate my days based on how many pages I needed for photos. And I'll probably add more notes and journaling to the book once it's completed. So that's my second pile. And then I'll go ahead and show you what I did with my pages. Move these out of the way because I won't need them just yet. So with my pages, I went ahead and used that vintage sheet music that I purchased while I was there. And that's going to be my first page. And then I went ahead and incorporated all of my journaling pages. And I went and put some maps, some additional cardstock papers, one of the bags, and then there's my center, and then we start flipping into the other days. The only issue I had with how I did my papers, like I had said, I just took a stack of papers and journaled on those. It worked out pretty well, with the exception of the bag that I journaled on. That bag, I tried to get it to fit in it, and I couldn't. So what I ended up doing with that one is I transferred that journal post onto a paper bag, and then that bag that I liked the front of it. Where did that go? Just wanted it for that. Let's see, maybe it's back here. I don't know what I did with it now. I'll go up the road slowly. What I ended up doing is I ended up cutting it down, and I'm going to glue it and make it into a tuck spot. Oh, maybe I'd put it on this one. So, oh, there it is. Okay, so my journal had been on, or my post had been on this side, and so I went ahead and I wanted this piece, so I'm gonna make it into a tuck. So I can put additional photos if I don't have room to put them, or maps or anything else that I wanna have as a keepsake. So that's gonna get glued into that area there. So what I'm going to work on right now and show you is, I'm gonna start with my cover. I'm also, with these patches, one of the ideas I had is to go ahead and scan these. I'm going to scan them on my printer after I take them out. I might end up using these cards that are stapled as some of my journal ephemera, but I might just use the images of the patches because I think I might put these all in my car. So that's where I'm at with the patches. Here's my extra stickers. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do my cover. So I have other videos of how I use cereal boxes to make journal covers. So I'm going to use, this one is a single thickness cereal box. Usually I double them up, but this one's a single one. So I'm going to use this. This is going to be my cover. So what I need to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut this down. Let's see where my, where's my straight edge? Hold on. All right, I'm going to cut this down, and because the size of this is right, almost exactly, I need to cut down. On this side. I'm going to cut around the edge because I want as much of this canvas as possible to wrap around the edge of my base, my cereal box base. And I have a video of how you can paint and make these out of your leftover canvases if you do those paint and sips. I don't know if some of you have done those classes where you end up with a piece of artwork like I did. And I have about a dozen different canvases that I've made over the years that I've hung a couple of them up, but I don't have any of them up currently in my house. So when I decided to do this painting class on vacation, I thought, oh, this will make a great journal cover, because I just didn't want to do something if it was just gonna sit up in my storage room. Okay, let's see. This is double on this side, so just be careful with that X-Acto, that's all. Okay, this corner's gonna give me issues. I have another video of me making a little mini journal with a canvas, and one of my recommendations is to save this frame, because what you can do if you want to do a different project, you can use this and wrap a screen around it and use it to make your own paper. So someday I'll have a video of that. All right, so here is my canvas. And I'm going to try to figure out if I want to wrap it or if I just want to, wrapping it might be kind of nice. Wrapping it, that's how it's gonna look. So cute. Let's see. I I think I want to wrap it. I think that's what I want to do. And that just exactly probably where it's at. Let's see how much gets taken out. Ooh, a lot of this. So maybe right around there, I guess. All right, once I figure that part out, I will go ahead and I really didn't want to, this is a little barbed wire fence, but I didn't want to eat into that, but I might have to. Go down a little bit more. Ah, that might work. Okay, I think I'm going to mark it. I think that's going to be my mark. So I'm just taking a pen and just marking it so I kind of know where to go. I think I'm going to trim this down. I want to see it. I've never cut fabric with, okay. I'm going to trim it all with my little pinking shears here to get a nice little edge. Okay. So, I love the idea of making a piece of artwork while you're on a vacation and then incorporating it into your journal. This might not be straight, but I don't have a lot of material on this side to work with, so it's just going to have to be good enough. And that's the great thing about junk journals is it doesn't have to be perfect. And I think I'm only going to give myself about that much. Not too much overlap, even though I really don't want to cut this part off. I don't know, that could be used for something else. Who knows? I mentioned in one of my other videos that we're having a heat wave and it is hot. Okay. It's gonna be wonderful. Okay. All right, so I'm going to use fabric tack. And I'm going to run it all over. Ooh, do I want to put Do I want to do a dangle? Let me think here. Oh, I have this. Okay, we'll just cross that one when we get to it. So I'm going to do the fabric tack on this side so that this is my interior of my journal. And of course, it's jammed. Thought about stitching it also. I don't think that I'm going to. I'll see after it dries. I'm gonna do it in 2 steps. I'm gonna let this dry under some books, and then I'll see if I want to give it another round. God, that stuff, it just glues so perfectly. Okay. Yeah, I think, let's see, should I do it now? Just don't know if I want to stitch on it or not. All right, let's just go for it. Let's go ahead and glue it now. Oops, I have scissors. Corners so you don't have a lot of fabric gathered in the corner. And then I feel like this glue is clogged. Already wanting to lift up. So I'm going to do this fast so I can put it under those heavy books, and with this heat it's going to dry in no time. See that? All right, I'm loving it. Okay, so there you go. I'm going to put it under the books. A little dry. So my cover is nice and dry, and I think it came out nicely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the inside, and what I decided to do is I got another piece of cereal box, and I just want to reinforce this center piece. I felt like it needed to be just a little bit stronger. So I'm going to use, hopefully this isn't dried out. My glue's really getting dry for some reason. So I'm gonna do some glitter glue on the back of this piece here. And I'll let that set for a minute. That piece seemed a little. And then what I also decided to do is to cover this. I was gonna originally leave it like this and just maybe do some little pockets or something to cover up part of it because I like this, but I decided while this was drying that I was going to cover it. And I also went through some of my travel books to see what type of pages I could use to maybe collage or make ephemera, and I found this map, so I'm going to put it in the back here. So let's see what part I want to cut out. I think I'll just do this. That's good enough. Let's see if I can cut it with a straight edge. Hopefully. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna, let's see, I'll do it this way. And then, let's see, this other piece here. That one hardly showed up. What does that say? See if I can get most of the words off. I don't want the words. Okay. Is that enough? Ooh, I could trim it down a little bit more. How much more? That's the question. Does it go right on the edge? I don't like it right on the edge. All right, let's see. I might have to use my paper cutter so I can get a little more exact and it doesn't tear. Or do I do it exact? Let me see. This is when I argue with myself. Let's see what I can pull up here. Yeah, I knew that wasn't gonna tear up exact. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, so let's see here. Okay. use a glue stick because I don't want any wrinkles in it. And then I'm going to do glitter glue around the edges. I still haven't decided if I want to actually sew parts of this journal. It's going to be one of those last minute decisions, I think. Let me do it this way. I think I'm going to set that under the books one more time so that it adheres. And like I had said earlier, it is so hot out here that everything seems to dry pretty quickly. So let me just put that off to the side with my books. Okay. All right. Then what I can do is I'm going to go through some of my pages and get them ready, because once that's dry, we can go ahead and sew that in. Okay. The only page I don't know what I'm doing with, that needs to get glued in, is this one, this free one. So I'll figure that one out when I get all my pages in. Okay, so I like to just kind of center all of them. They're not all the same size, but I like to kind of center them in. Be good. So there's that one. And then this one, I'll go ahead and put this together. At least line them up. And I can put a couple of the clips down. I love this little bag here. It's so cute. Okay. This is that envelope. I think I'm going to end up making it into a tuck here. I'll glue it on the ends once I have everything sewn in. I pulled so many different pages with maps and phrases and headings that didn't realize how much I actually had, and I was pleasantly surprised when I went through all of it. So my idea now is to cut out some of the words and do some collage. Oh, this one's another freebie that needs to get put in there somewhere. Okay, I think I got all those pages. I don't know if you can hear the background racket, but my husband he always cooks. And he's cooking and he's tapping on my window and opening my door. I don't know why. I don't know if he's trying to get the dog's attention because he's not trying to get mine. Okay, so those are ready. Let's see if that was long enough for it to... Yeah, ooh, it actually stuck there. That wasn't good. Okay, I think it's actually gonna be... Oh, see, it's still wet there. All right, I'm gonna have to trim that. I don't like that. There. All right, I think that might be good enough. I feel like that glue was too soaked through the paper, so that might have not been the best choice. I'll trim this. I'm not liking that it sticks out. Okay. All right, so let's start with these. I think I'm going to use this color of thread. Yeah. Okay, so that. And then for my cereal boxes, I've made a template, and I think I have a video of how I do those and how I make the template. I did do a small short video with how I do my little templates. And because the cereal boxes are always the same size, pretty much, for the most part. So this template comes in really handy when you're doing 2 signatures. And then I even have incorporated 2 little holes here at the top. So when I want to do like a center, you know, attachment for my little tassels, I can put that on there as well. Okay. I don't think I'm going to do that this time. I would have already done it so I could hide it. Hide the little bracket there. All right, so we're going to do 3 times the spine. And I am going to leave some dangles in the center, because what I ended up doing while my glue was drying is I got these little jars out. I don't know if you can see them. So I think I might hang them from my signature centers. And these little jars, I'm going to end up putting the sand and then some of those little fossil rocks that I purchased fit nicely in there. So that's my plan. It's constantly shifting or changing depending on what thought comes to mind. I went down another little rabbit hole while my glue was drying, and I'll let you know if I end up doing it or not. But I found an old belt and I thought, oh, that might be kind of cool to close the entire journal with an old belt. But we'll see. We'll see if that happens. All right, so I'm going to poke all my holes first. Just make sure you don't poke yourself. All right, so those got poked through. And then this is going to be my first signature here. Can you hear my dog snoring? In every video that I make, he's always in the background snoring. I think it's just his thing. Okay, and we're going to start with the center first. Get that in there. Uh-oh, I pulled that out. All right, let me start over again. That wasn't good. All right. Go back to the center and not pulling it out this time. I'm gonna hold on to that so I don't. I feel like this one went sideways. That's why I pulled it out. Let's see. There it is. Okay, it's right there. My eyes. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then go back down to the bottom. Get that in there. And then, oops, always does that on me. And then back up to the middle. Those are almost even. Okay, so make sure there's no gaps in there. And then we're going to put one on each side of that center string. You're going to tie it 3 times, and you're going to do it in the opposite direction on the second one. If that makes sense. Okay. And there's that first signature. Loving it. Love it. Okay, let's do that second one. Actually, maybe I should have kept this. Let's stay out of my way. Okay. I want to make sure I'm doing it the right direction. And on your template, make sure you put which way's the top in case they're not equally spaced apart. Sometimes they can be off just a little bit, and it can make all the difference. Okay. Let's see how fast I can thread this needle. Ooh, that was pretty good. All right, so let's poke holes through there. I always make sure, okay, got it. Center. top. Ooh, look at that. See? I didn't hold it down. Don't want to do a repeat of that. Okay. And then back to the center. And I need to make sure I'm not pulling that too far apart. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Let me see if I need more space. Okay. And did I split the thread? I did. That's what you don't want to do. When you pull up on that, you don't want to go through your first thread. But if you do, you can just pull it out easily. Well, somewhat easily. There you go. Sometimes these signatures can go in pretty easily. Oh, that one kind of frayed a little bit. And then other times, not so much. Okay. Did I go through that one? I went through that one too. Okay, let's see if I can get these to be somewhat equal. Might have to play around with them a little. Let's see here. Okay, so those are almost equal. Let's see, I think I want to make them, I want that one to be a little bit, let's see which one that is. Okay, so I want this one to be a little bit shorter. Okay, let's see how that worked. Might have went too much. Ooh, no, I did it perfect. Okay, good. Sometimes you gotta play around with it so you can get your length correct if you are gonna have your threads exposed. I just started doing hidden threads and kind of like it. It's a very clean look. So there we go. All right. Okay, so this is when the fun starts happening, because now you start seeing it coming together. All right, so there are my two signatures.
So I think what I'll start doing next is working on my ephemera. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.